Hello, my pretties. It's the Queen of Lines here, and today, welcome back to an episode of Shadows and Pretties. This is episode 120, and today I am going to be doing another zombie movie. Well, as not another. Well, I've done enough other zombie movies in the past, but I decided to go ahead and check out a different type of zombie movie. And this one today I am going to be doing is by George A. Romero, who is a director, and he has directed other zombie films like for example, what was it? Oh yeah. For example was, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, Land of the Dead, and etc. He has directed a couple of films. It's unfortunate that he died sometime in 2017. So that was like a couple years ago at the age of 77. So, I guess with that being the case, and with that being said, I think I'm gonna get started with talking about this movie. So today, I am gonna be doing a Shows and Pretties episode on Night of the Living Dead. This is a horror movie, zombie film, and I'm gonna be talking about the original version from 1978, as well as the 1990 remake of it. But before I get to the remake, I'm gonna basically go through the plot of this one, just in case if you guys are curious and all that. Now, this one was a pretty good zombie film. It has really good acting, really good cast and characters, and it's obviously one of the horror classics that I've ever seen. I mean, I've seen some other horror classics too, and it's in black and white, so yeah, just thought I'd let you guys know it's all in black and white. In case if you guys are all curious as to why it's black and white and not color. So, I guess with that being said, I'm gonna go with the plot of this one, just in case if you guys are all curious. So, anyways, I think we should get started with the plot. Now, the plot is about two siblings named Barbara and Johnny drive to a cemetery in rural Pennsylvania to visit their father's grave. Their car radio goes off the air due to technical difficulties. As they were leaving, a strange ash faced man wearing tattered suit kills Johnny and attacks Barbara. So Barbara flees and takes shelter in a farmhouse, but finds the woman who lived in the house to be they're dead and half eaten, as she's seeing multiplying numbers of strange ghouls, led by a man of the cemetery, approaching the house. So a man named Ben arrives and secures the farmhouse by boarding up the windows and doors, and drives the ghouls away with the lever action rifle he finds in the closet, and with fire, which the ghouls run in fear. Barbara, in a cationic state from shock, is surprised when Harry, Cooper, and Tom emerge from the cellar, as Harry has been taking shelter with his wife, Helen, and their young daughter, Karen, after a group of the same monsters overturned their car and bit Karen, leaving her seriously ill. So Tom finds his girlfriend, Judy, after hearing an emergency broadcast about a series of brutal killings. Tom aids Ben in security of the farmhouse, while Harry angrily protests as unsafe before returning to the cellar, which he believes is safer. So the ghouls continue to besiege the farmhouse, ever increasing in numbers. The refugees listen to the radio and television reports of wave of mass murder being committed across the east coast of the United States, and an army of zombies, and poses armed men patrolling the countryside to kill the ghouls. So they confirm that the ghouls can be stopped by with a bullet blow to the head or being burned, basically. As has been discovered that the various rescue centers offering refugee and safety, scientists theorize that the reanimations occurring due to the radiation from the space probe with that exploded on Earth's atmosphere way back from Venus. So, Ben devises a plan to the medical supplies for Karen and transport the group to a rescue center by refueling his truck. So Ben, Tom, and Judy drive to a nearby gas station holding off the ghouls with torches and Molotov cocktails. However, the gas from the pump spills and causes the truck to catch on fire and explode, killing Tom and Judy. So Ben runs back to the house on his own, has to break down the door, when Harry tells him not to let him in. Now, Ben beats Harry for this cowardice, and while the ghouls feast on the remains of Tom and Judy, the remaining survivors attempt to find a way out. But the ghouls break in through the barricades, ensuing the chaos, and Harry is shot dead by Ben. Now, Karen dies from her injuries and becomes a zombie and eats her father's remains, then stabs Helen to death with a masonry trowel. I think it's kind of like a, kind of like a, I guess, a tool. Barbara recovers from the chaotic state and tries to help Ben with the ghouls out, but is dragged away by a reanimated Johnny and the other ghouls. So as the horde breaks into the house, Ben takes the refugee to the cellar, where he shoots Harry and Helen's remaining corpses. So the next morning, eventually the armed police arrives and begins to dispatch the remaining ghouls in the area, awoken by the gunfire and sirens. Ben emerges from the cellar but is shot when they mistake him for being a ghoul. His body was then thrown into a bonfire with the rest of the ghouls, and that's basically the original Night of the Living Dead character. Now, I do like the character Barbra. I do find her to be, quite amazing and very interesting and all that. Although I would have to say, this movie was actually pretty good. Like, even though George A. Romero has made other films, it's still a pretty good movie, despite the fact that there was some, that the character Barbra, I think she dies in that one. I don't know. I haven't seen that original one in years. So I do apologize, but it's a pretty good story, and I honestly find this one to be really amazing and well done. Now, I am going to move on to the Night of the Living Dead remake that was remade by, well, Tom Savini, and this one came out in 1990. So basically, the plot of this one is basically the same thing, but the only difference in that one is, Barbara was glad to Barbara was still alive and Ben dies. So that's actually a very big change right there in a sense. Like basically the plot of the 1990 Night of the Living Dead is basically the same as the original, but Barbara lives, but in this one in the original from what I do know, I think it's most likely she dies. But that's besides the point. Now we are going with the Night of the Living Dead 3D. Oh boy, a lot of people really don't like this movie. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, they decided to, well, you know, end that. So, this remake of it came out in 2006. And I mean, it's basically the exact same thing as the original first two. Like, why do you have to remake it for like the third time? I mean, put it in 3D or anything like that. But I mean, one thing I have to say is like, why is it that, well, yeah, why is it, here's one thing I have to say. Why is it that they have to remake it for like the third time? Like, honestly, I'm just honestly, not really impressed with with the 3D version. Like, I mean, why is it that they always have to sit there and, well, remake it? Like, there's absolutely no reason why you need to remake it for the third time. Like, the first time was enough, but second time is just, why do you have to remake it for the next time, for the second time? Like, I mean, it's not that great. I mean, yes, it does follow the plot of the original first two, but why do you have to sit there and, remake it for the second time? I mean, that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, in sort of speak. Like, I like the 1990s remake of it and the original one that came out in the 60s, but why does 3D one exist? I mean, if you like it, that's fine. I respect your opinion if you like the 3D remake, but I prefer the original one and the one from the 1990s, because the one from the 1990s did, pretty good job in the concept and all that, and I actually liked it. But in this matter though, I really don't know why they had to remake it for the second time. Like the 90s one, like the one from 1990 was good, and the one from 1968 was good from George A. Romero. Why did you have to sit there and remake it for the second time? Like, I mean, it doesn't really make any sense. Maybe they just want money. I don't know. But I mean, the remake of it from 1990 was pretty good. But, I have to say, George A. Romero does a pretty good, damn well made when it comes to movies and, making the characters, look amazing. And, I really do like how the gore was used in these movies, in the original Night of the Living Dead as well as the remake. I mean, I do have the 1990 remake on VHS. I don't know if I still have it. I might have given it away. I don't know. But I have to say, I like the Barbara character. She in the remake, the 90s remake, than the original. I think that's just my opinion, but yet again, we all have our own opinions regards to these movies. I mean, it's not a terrible movie in my opinion, but if you don't like it, that's understandable because, everyone has their own opinion. I mean, like, I know I haven't done a zombie horror film, review in Shaz and Praise in a while. So I decided to go ahead and do the Night of the Living Dead since, well, now that we're in spooky month, decide to do that. So, anyways, yeah, that's just my opinion on Night of the Living Dead. If you like the one from George A. Romero, the 1990 version or the 2006 version, comment down below on your opinions on that. I really do find it to be a pretty good concept for the 90s remake, but I'm going to be completely honest. I'm not a crazy fan when it comes to, well, the two when it comes to remake them for like the second or third time. I mean, like, seriously, why doesn't have to be remade again? Like, there's no, I don't know. Maybe the person who remade it probably did it for money. I don't know. But that's just all I can think of. I mean, it's not terrible or anything like that, but yeah, I just thought I would state that just in case if you guys are wondering. Well, I guess with that being said, what did you guys think of Night of the Living Dead? Did you enjoy it? Did you not? Also, what we have done person to help make the any of the movies a lot better? Leave me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Do you like the one from 1968? Do you like the one from 1990? Do you like the 2006 one? Comment which one you like the most in the comments below, and let me know what your thoughts are on it in the comments below. I'm the Queen of Lions. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. And if you're new to my channel, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe because I make brand new videos every single day. Don't forget to ring the notification bell to when I upload so that way you guys will not miss an upload. And as always, please comment what your thoughts are on this video and, well, no, not video, but like comment on this video on what your thoughts on, Night of the Living Dead. And as always, I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.